Good morning, guys. It's 6:40 a.m. That's usually the time I get up for work. So first thing I do is I stretch and I check my phone for any messages or notifications from my social media accounts. And since I don't have any other choice but to get up, I just make sure that I fix my bed before actually prepping for work. My work starts at 8:45 a.m. and ends at 5:15 p.m. And the reason why I get up early is because I prepare breakfast. I want to make sure that I eat either rice or a good amount of cereal or sometimes bread for breakfast because it's the most important meal of the day. So right now, I'm just gonna heat this leftover Spam that I had. And I also have leftover rice that I cooked the night before. And while that's cooking, I'm gonna prepare my clothes. So I usually just wear a shirt, a casual shirt inside, and then I'd bring a jacket if needed. We actually have a uniform for work, and I'll discuss that later. I also always check the Sangaru app. It's a schedule. It's like the schedule for the pickup, the trash pickup. And then I also always look at the weather so that I know if I need an umbrella or not. And for breakfast, I don't really drink coffee or like any kind of hot tea or chocolate. I just drink water, and I always watch something while I'm eating because it's kind of lonely eating by yourself every day. After eating breakfast, I always make sure that I wash the dishes and I don't leave anything on the sink. For me, it kind of feels like there's something that I didn't finish if I do that. So I make sure to clean or to wash the dishes after I eat. And then I usually sit on my throne, which I'm not gonna show you, before actually preparing. So my routine is I wash my face and then I brush my teeth. In Japan, people actually take a bath the night before. But in my case, I take a bath the night before, but I still like take a shower the next day after washing my face and brushing my teeth. So that's what I'm gonna do now, which we'll be skipping. And then after that, I'll go ahead and start getting ready. So I have like a really simple skincare routine. I'm not even sure it's a routine. I use the Lush Breath of Fresh Air toner. And for my moisturizer, it's the Botanical Milk Skin Lotion because it's been cold lately, so my face gets a little bit drier. And then I also put on the Skin Aqua moisturizer. This has a really good SPF amount. And in Japan, it's like not really mandatory, but it's what do you call that? Expected of women to actually put on a little bit of makeup or make themselves look quote unquote presentable. So I don't really do any makeup actually. I just put on eyebrows and I use the Can Make eyebrow pencil, and then I'm just blow drying my bangs just to kind of, so that I'd look presentable. And then I just put on some lip tint, and that's actually the makeup that I live with. I'm too lazy to do anything fancy, plus I don't think I can do like fancy makeup, so it doesn't look like anything changed in my face, but at least I look fresher than I did before. You may have noticed that I'm wearing a really flashy casual t-shirt, but I mentioned earlier that we do have a uniform, so you can't really see it through or under the uniform that we're wearing. And I'm actually gonna go out and head to work. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and here I am checking and making sure that everything is unplugged and turned off before leaving. I usually walk to work, and it's about a 40-minute walk, so I make sure that I wear comfortable shoes. But sometimes I use my bicycle, but right now it's under repair, so I have no choice but to walk for 40 minutes. So let's go. Okay, so we're not allowed to film at work, but as promised, I'm gonna give you like a brief explanation on what I do here in Japan. So I'm a translator. I translate Japanese to English or Tagalog and vice versa, either documents, meetings, or presentations and whatnot. So the company that hired me is an outsourcing company. I'm not going to say the name. So we actually handle other Japanese companies, which we call clients. And these clients differ from state or region to region. And the client that I'm working for right now has a branch in the Philippines, and that branch in the Philippines sends their trainees, supervisors, and leaders here in Japan for overseas business trips, either short-term or long-term. And they're the ones that we translate for. So that's basically what I do here, just to let you guys know. And finally, the day is done for me. Time check, it's 5:19 in the afternoon, and I'm walking home, but I decided to stop by Lawson to buy bread because I love me some bread, like melon pan, cream pan, cheese pan. I really like those kinds of breads. Whenever I'm hungry, I just reach for those kinds of snacks. At least they're heavy, but like not too heavy, if you know what I mean. And I'm also grabbing a couple of desserts because I've run out of sweets at home. By the way, the konbinis here in Japan are the best thing ever. They have a lot of choices. They have a lot of different kinds of bread. And they also have really, really nice set food or meal. So I did buy a bunch, and I'm going to be walking for the next few minutes. So this is like halfway through, and the sky is really pretty when I was filming. And that building that you're seeing right now is the apartment that I live in. I think mine's the third one from the left. Scratch that, I'm not sure. And that's the bike park area. And this is my unit. I'm on the first floor. The first thing that I do when I get home is I actually prepare my rice. The rice I'm going to be eating for dinner because it does take some time to cook. So at least while that's cooking, I can do, and something else while waiting. And I've decided to wash my clothes because it has been like about 4 days or 5 days. And I'm just gonna use one square, that's not a bar, so one square for my soap. And I'm gonna set the timer and make sure that the machine does everything. The washing machine here is automatic, so it does make my life easier. After this, all I have to do is to just hang the clothes. And then I decided to vacuum a little bit just to make sure the floor is clean. So I'm a bit of a neat freak. So while the rice is cooking and the clothes are washing, I usually take a bath so I can relax. And once I'm done, rice will be done by then. So I take a bath and it takes quite a while for me to finish. But now that I'm done, I'm going to prepare my dinner. And since I'm lazy AF, I'm just going to prepare like scrambled eggs with the leftover Spam that I still had, or the same as my breakfast. And one of the best things about dinner is having breakfast for dinner. And while I eat, I still end up watching some random movie, and apparently I was watching Mean Girls that time for like the 1,000th or millionth time. And then of course, the same as the morning, I make sure I wash everything before I relax, because I really can't sleep knowing that there's, plates left on the sink. So, and by the way, I do clean the sink area as well. And finally, when the clothes are done washing, I hang them in the bathroom to make sure that they dry. And there's actually a timer for the exhaust fan, so I usually set the time between 3 to 4 hours, and there's the exhaust fan. And this is what it looks like on the inside, so I don't have to worry about the weather when I want to dry my clothes. And I don't think I'll wait up for that, so I'll most likely fold the clothes the next day when I wake up, and they're already dry by then. So I'm already preparing to sleep. I'm done brushing my teeth, and I'll I'll be doing my simple skincare routine and the same products that I use in the morning, just toner and moisturizer to make sure that my face is not dry. And then I just put the Mint Juleps lip scrub from Lush, so that at least I can make sure that my lips won't have any dry skin. Not even gonna comment on that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and relax. I turn off the lights, and then I watch a movie, or usually I watch an anime. And right now I'm watching the Ultramaniac. I really loved this when the Animax channel was new. So sometimes I like watching old animes for the nostalgia. And that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oyasumi! Bye bye!